Hello, welcome to Have a Go, and I'm Alan. Today, more metal casting. We're going to be casting cross slide and hopefully a compound slide as well, if I can do 2 flasks. This is the aftermath of that blowout, by the way. The flasks should still be usable. I have a strong suspicion this sand is wet, but we'll find out, I suppose. Alright, cut the channel before I take out the pattern this time. Right, now the book says to put a steel mandrel through there. I'm not doing that because I found that it's just about impossible to get them out. Trot this outside. This is the bottom board that got burnt, which means I'm going to have to use the other side. Take this out and fire up the burner. Alright, now to see if we got anything worthwhile. That looks very usable. The wear pads have formed nicely with no shrink voids. That's the other annoying thing about these ones, as well as the walls being weaker because there's stuff ground out of them. You also have to get any bits of loose sand out of there when you're finished with them. Some of the sand was too jolly wet when I thinged it up, so I'm going to just put it straight into the bucket as is, and hopefully the too wet sand will mingle with the dry sand from the casting and it'll work out. Very nice. Well, that was enthusiastic. And that's how this came out. The lettering didn't come out, and I'm pretty certain that the metal was far too hot, but other than that, the casting itself looks quite usable. Right, I'll show you what I'm doing with this sand now. I got some advice from Ian Jones that when he worked at a foundry or casting outfit, that after every cast they would rehydrate the sand and then sift it. Now most of the sand is already wet enough, I think, because it was too wet to begin with, but I'll show you the sifter. I've got the bucket sitting in this because the sieve is actually wider than the bucket is, so the bin catches all the bits of stuff that falls off the edge. I know that Chirpy is going to post in the comments that it would be so much easier if I made a sand muller. He's probably not wrong, but it's a side project I don't want to do. If only because then I'd have to learn welding. Someone online mentioned using water to clean the castings off. Nice thing about aluminium, you don't have to worry about it going rusty. Well, I've definitely got some of the burnt sand off. Flip side being that now I have to wait for these to dry off before I can do anything with them. Right, I'll catch up with you in a bit then. This is embarrassing. I just realised I forgot to put the press record. So I'll do a recap. I cut the sprues off the castings, hit them with the belt sander to clean them up a bit, and also filed on the inside corners that I can't get to with the belt sander. Also cut the sprues off this one, cleaned it up on the belt sander, and then went to town with the files. This was rather tricky, this recess here. In the end I had to use the Dremel with the little grinding stone to knock down all the high parts, and even then it is not smooth. I'll show. This goes in here like this. And you can hear that, eh? And I can always come back and fix that. And turning this isn't something that you do on the fly anyway. You do it as a setup, meaning you're able to take your time. Drilled the hole through there, and I found that this stuff really likes high speed when you drill. Don't go slow, go really fast, let it rip. So now to get started on the wave pads. This is probably a bit short for this, but hopefully we can make it work. And that's what it'll look like. This will slide forward and back. This will slide in and out. And this will turn. So that you can do tapers. There's also techniques where you have this at a really shallow angle like this, and say you want to move it in like another 0.02 millimeters or something crazy, It was really hard to do that accurately on this. So on this you just use this instead. Move it in. And it might be moving 5 mils this way, but it's only moving 0.02 mils that way. All about the vectors. All you people out there watching this, remind me again why I don't just buy one. Just occurred to me I may as well have the bandsaw cutting this while I'm working on this. I picked up the book by Harold Hall, Setting Up a Metal Working Workshop. And one of the things he actually recommends is to get one of those band saws. I'm getting bluing on the end there, which is a very good sign. Possibly not necessary, but makes them look a bit tidier. Both of these have mounting holes, 6.35mm in from the end. 7/8. The hell is a 7/8? (7.8) equals times 25.4 equals 22.225 millimeters. I sometimes wonder what kind of taper is in this. One day when I take it apart and clean it up, I'll find out. Alright, that is not all the way through, however, this was just about to hit the chuck keying. I'm going to put a G on the gib one as soon as I find the G. Well, it's not very good, but it's an identifier, so that's the main thing. Right, go back and drill these two holes properly now. Gonna hold off doing the countersinking so I can do all of that at once. Get out the taps. First tap always goes super easy. I've got the metal a bit higher because I'm worried about the countersink running into the vice jaws. So it turns out you have to tap holes before bolts will go into them. Who knew? Alright, what I still have to do is put the shims on the clamp pads for that cross slide. Drill the holes and put the jib strip in so that it slides smoothly. back and forth. Then I need to drill 4 holes, one there, there, there and there, where little clamps will screw in to hold this this swivel base down hard in position. The idea being you loosen off the clamps when you want to rotate this. When you're actually machining, you clamp it down so it doesn't move. So I just need to do the shims, jib strip in those holes there. I'm not doing it today though, I'm fed up with this right now.